to be there with me.
We're live. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Talking with Rafael with your host, Rafa. And the Erwin Show, Respectfully, with your host, Erwin. What up, dude?
Yo. Good afternoon. Welcome back to another great episode here with Talking with Rafa and the Erwin Show, Respectfully.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up,
Yes, sir.
Rafa? How you doing?
Oh, nothing much, dude. We're doing this early episode due to the homies Cowboys game. I guess he can't miss it because
Could be the
if he
last
does, the Dallas Cowboys are gonna lose.
One. Hey, bro,
So
take it easy, okay?
we just gotta make sure we don't jinx it. We gotta make sure we don't jinx
Giants
it.
won, bro.
I know. I'm so happy my Giants won. But thank you so much for joining another episode. Make sure you hit the like button coming down below, and make sure you share it with your friends and family and let them know if you like it or not. If you don't, fucking comment down below. Let us know what we can make a changes of. If you do, thank you so much for tuning in. You could be anywhere else in the world. You decide to choose. You choose to be here with us. And without further ado, Erwin, episode 58. What's up, man?
58. We got to start the week right, man. I
know much fucking content.
There's a lot of things going on for sure. But before, like Rafa said, hit the like button, share the video, friends and family. You'll eventually have, if you don't have the time to watch this video here, you have us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and I believe even Google
Play.
Google Play, I believe is what we have it as well too.
But any way you can get the audio or video podcast, we're here. YouTube is number one, then Spotify. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna say YouTube is number one, but I'm just saying whoever comes with the contract first, they're number one. Even if Google comes up with a exclusive Google, doesn't matter.
I'll take that opportunity. Why not? But yeah, Rafa and I have some couple topics to talk about today.
Bro, we have
I don't even know we have
many.
Yeah, that's right. Let me correct. I don't know if we have the time for that, to be honest. I think
no. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to rush through them, but we're gonna go ahead and give you as much detail as possible within each topic. So I just want to go ahead and clear it off. Our first topic of the day is Vivint Arena switching their name back to Delta Center. How big of a deal is it? Now, in my opinion, it's a great deal. I think it's bringing the stock value of the Utah Jazz a little bit up, especially where the older fans who are familiar with the Stockton Malone era, that used to be called Delta Center. And back in the day, they used to switch it to, what do you call that? Energy Solution, which I feel like it was a longer name between 2006 to 2015. And then they switched it to Vivint Smart Home Arena, which another long-ass name, from 2015 to 2020. And they finally changed it to Vivint Arena back in 2020 to 2023. And the Delta Airlines finally purchased the rights to switch it back to Delta Center for 2023, starting July 1st. Erwin, what is your opinion about that?
I was just, what's crazy that you just said that? I'm like, I didn't realize that, but it's true. It was Vivint Smart Home Arena, and now it's Vivint Arena. It's crazy because you're breaking down. I'm like, that is a long ass name, and you do have a history about that. And I want to make that kind of to say about that. Yes, the history of everything was been found here when originally Jazz were purchased back in '89. They used to play in a different stadium. It built up to the Delta Center in '91, all the way until 2006. It does have a history. I feel like a lot of local people here in Utah do still call it the Delta Center. Until this day, they do. Like, what are you talking about? It's not the Delta Center anymore. I was telling Rafa a couple things earlier. I'm like, I kind of hope something does happen. Some bigger things happen than just the name itself. So hopefully something that can be thrown out there for the actual team of the Utah Jazz to do something creative out here for us. It has been a lot of changes. If you guys don't know this, Utah is actually going to be running the All-Star game in 2023 here. February 19 is the game at 7 p.m. So there's a lot of things have been going on that stadium, and a lot of new updates have been going on. I'm going to call it Vivint Arena still until everything changes. But I'm a little bent about that because I wanted to go to the freaking All-Star game, dude. Bet I enough paying $1,500 for the damn tickets. I'm sorry. $1,500 for a single ticket. You better get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that shit.
I think, like, if anything, it will be just you're paying $1,500 for the experience of going to see the All-Star. It's not just your regular Utah
Yeah.
players. It's actually a combination of every other player out there and bringing it together. Now, I just want to say that first of all, I have here on the Wikipedia, as you can see, and let me zoom it in. I'm assuming you guys are seeing the same view as Erwin.
Yes.
So as you can see, Delta Center was from 1991 to 2006. Then it was for a brief moment, it was Salt Lake's Ice Center during the Olympics, Energy Solution Arena. And you can even see the image right here as I click it right here. This is the image of Energy Solution Arena,
It
followed
looks so
by,
weird. It
yeah,
looks
it
so weird.
was super
It
weird
looks
because it
so
was the
weird.
longest fucking name. And
Yeah.
then as you can see, they switch it to Vivint Smart Home Arena. So it's a little bit longer. Then they finally changed it to Vivid Arena. And I was like, okay, I can live with it because it was the Donovan Mitchell era. So now that they're switching it back to Delta Center, I think it's a uh, great way to bring it back up. I say instead of keeping this design, they should redesign it, the whole Delta name, but keep it Delta Center. Just redesign it. I'm assuming that Delta Airlines already have a different way of a different logo from the name and everything. So
I mean, Delta's been a big company for many years. That's my preference of choice for flying. And when I take a flight, that's my preference of choice. I
mine too.
love that airline. The airline is great. It's a great airline, Uh, but like I said, it's been a lot of. I know, and I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I can see that you have Donovan Mitchell in the background.
Yes,
But
sir.
I don't
Always.
want to. I don't want to say anything like bad, or anything like that, bashing on the stadium. I think the stadium is small, but I
Mhm.
mean compared to other stadiums. But everything they've been remodeling. The last time I was at the game, I went to watch the Timberwolves game. It was pretty nice to experience the new TVs, to experience new stuff out there. It was dope, and I know everything's getting prepared for the whole, All Star game here. And they're working on trying to bring some more professional teams out here to Salt Lake, which I'm okay with that because I feel like we do
Yep.
need that. Um, but the stadium looks badass, and I just hope that the signs come in and say, okay, this designs look badass, they look better, things are this and that. Like you said, maybe there might be some kind of different designs.
Yep.
Because right now that you posted that picture, it reminded me for the first time when I moved here to Utah. I was like,
Yeah.
God
And
damn,
and
that's a
that's
long
what's
time.
and I think like the name change back to Delta Center, that's what's bringing back to the core audience, the core
Yeah,
fans, that feeling back of like kind of making it to the finals twice and then listen to like someone, I don't know, named Michael Jordan. But
dude, and that's the only reason why I'm like, dude, why you gonna call a name again like that? You're gonna bring
just
back,
saying,
you're gonna
just
bring back the
say,
story of Michael Jordan, bro. Like,
I know. But anyways, I think back to your question on like what can it bring back? What does this mean for the name to change? I think it brings a lot of feelings, like the familiar feeling, which is the key word familiar, which it can help bring more superstars to the Utah Jazz to help the Jazz win championships.
and
And I think it's sort of in a great direction, but I think we still have a few players that need to be traded in order to make uh, a better way to win it. Now, I'm not expecting the Utah Jazz to go to the playoff this season. If they do, it will be an amazing games. But I mean, it's up to the game. But leaving it up to that, I just want to cut it off because we got a lot of segment to go for. So for the next segment, I think this is really great to talk about. Let's talk about the NFL. Let's go ahead and talk about the NFL playoff. Now, my Giants, thank you, Giants. I don't have a jersey yet, but I will. If you win, I tell you what, if you win the Super Bowl this year, I will get it. I will
get the
get
hell
the.
out of here,
I
bro.
will get it. I will get it. But my Giants won against Minnesota. Dallas versus Tampa Bay is coming up next at 6 p.m. today. Is it 6 or 7 p.m.?
6:30.
6:30. All right, 6:30 p.m. And then the Seahawks versus the 49ers. They give a great game, but 49ers took it home, right?
The 49ers smack them.
Oh shit. And then
They smacked them.
the Chargers versus the Jaguars. That game, I thought the
Yeah.
Chargers was having it for real. But the Chargers had it for real, but apparently they lost against the Jaguars by one fucking point. So, and then we're gonna talk about the Miami losing against the Buffalo Bills and Baltimore versus Bengals. Erwin, which game do you want to start first?
Well, let's start with the first game that we saw. That everything started with, I believe it was Seattle against the 49ers, right? So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that game, Seattle was winning at halftime, 17-16. But apparently, I didn't watch the whole game on that one either. But I feel like Seattle itself kind of messed up by pulling the Sam Debo's leg. Apparently, is what I heard. They pulled his leg or something happened.
Here,
Um,
I will zoom it in. The score right up here.
but look at that.
San
See what I'm saying?
Francisco
Look at
was
that.
winning
It's 10-0.
by 10 points on the first quarter.
Mhm.
Then the Seahawks were winning by 1 point on the second half, on the first half, I mean. And then the 49ers just dominated on the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So I guess something happened with Samuel Debo. Something happened with him. Apparently, they pulled his leg that he was injured. After that, everything just got fired back up again. And I think San Francisco, the way they look in the first half, they don't look as, you know, the way they should have looked. It
Mm-hmm.
is one of the teams that are more terrifying right now to play against. The 49ers, they look stacked. They look incredibly crazy.
Yeah.
But I kind of was expecting San Francisco to win this game. So I feel like Purdy still hasn't got a
Do, do
challenge
you
of a
still have
defensive.
the votings? I thought you and I had the predictions of
Yeah,
the
I
game.
actually did have the votings on the thing is, and I believe we both, me, you, well, I picked Seattle to win. You picked
I
the
picked it.
49ers. You picked Seattle to win. So,
I did?
no, I picked Seattle to win, sorry.
Okay,
And you
you
picked
did.
the Niners. Then
Okay.
on the next one, let's move to the next one, which will be the Jaguars against the Chargers. So, Caleb Enriquez.
Yep.
Okay, so check that out.
Shout out to
Caleb
Caleb. What
Enriquez,
up, bro?
Dom, and a couple other fans.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wait,
told
does
them,
Dom and
Caleb.
Caleb know each other?
No, they don't know each other, but they're
Okay.
they're they're both Charger fans. So I told them both. I believe the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win. I literally got a message from Caleb because I seen him earlier that day. I was out with him. I went to the gym and I see him.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about it, and then Dom was sending me some videos to some Snapchats, and I told him, he's like, I got the Snapchat that were like 27-7 at halftime, and I was like, see what happens. And then next thing you know, after that, I get a message from Caleb saying, laughing my ass off, literally. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what is he talking about? I look at the score. I'm like, did that just really happen? The Jacksonville really won. On that one, you picked the Chargers. I picked the Jacksonville Jaguars on
Oh,
that
you
game.
did? Okay, yeah.
So I did pick the
No, I
Jaguars.
thought the Chargers were gonna win it, but
Dude,
by 1 point. Shit.
everybody's underestimating the Jacksonville Jags. Everybody's underestimating them. Nobody's actually giving them credit. They are a good team. They have a good coach.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. Is that you can't with that team. You cannot say, "Oh, it's over." No, that team has come back several times against the Cowboys. There's another example. They came
Mm-hmm.
back by 20. Boom, they beat the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So on that game was pretty interesting. Here's one game that I was not too happy about. The Miami against the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, 1 second. I'm looking at here at the scoring of the Jacksonville versus the Chargers. The Chargers were dominated on the first quarter,
Yeah,
and then the second quarter they were winning 27-7.
yeah. The
And
Chargers
for
were up
some
27 to
reason,
7.
they
27 to
went
7
to
and a half.
overtime.
Yeah.
Like Jacksonville turned it around in the second half for the third and fourth quarter, and made a field goal for like the win, and that is done.
Yep. Exactly, bro. Like I said, it's just everybody underestimates Jacksonville Jaguars. They shouldn't be underestimating that team. They shouldn't be
Hmm.
doing that because, like I said, they've done it before. They've done it in the past. So why
Yeah.
underestimate a team like that? Like makes no sense. So they proved them that. This game that you're marking right now, the Bills against Dolphins. Listen,
Yes.
man, and I'm gonna say this right now. There's a conspiracy saying that everything right now is being handed to the Bills. Why? Take a guess. Why, Ralph?
Because I
Hamlin.
forgot his name.
Hamlin.
Is it Hamlin? No,
Yes,
Damon.
Hamlin. That's his first name is Damar. I
Damar.
can't Damar
Yeah,
Hamlin. So
Damar.
they're
Had a
putting in
hard.
for the conspiracy of that. I was watching
Mhm.
this game yesterday. I was with Angel watching this game yesterday. The way it worked at the end, I don't even know how in the hell the refs called that a first down on the Bills. When it's
I
that,
didn't watch.
dude,
So
that's that. Okay. A Sunday, I'll admit it. I watch football the whole day. And this has been the best Sunday football that I've seen
Yeah.
in a very long time. Every single game was good.
Y-
Started with this one, the Giants against the freaking Vikings, and then to end it off, the Bills, I mean, the Ravens against the Bengals.
Yeah, hold
All
on.
these games were good. You know,
Yeah, there was 3 games. I don't understand why there was Saturday games and there's a Monday game. Like
yeah.
the
See, that
Monday
one I
game
didn't.
should have been on
No,
Saturday,
no. This Monday should have been Sunday night. I think it should
right?
have been.
All of them should be on
Yeah.
Sunday. I feel like
So
we could have watched it all.
yeah, because
But
if I was gonna be disappointed, I want to be disappointed today already.
I know, right? So, in
I
my
don't want to be
opinion,
disappointed.
I don't. I think the Buffaloes won it, and I don't think there's a conspiracy theory behind it. Now, it is nice for the Bills to actually do their best to win it for their fellow. Uh, uh, oh my gosh,
What is
I'm
wrong with you?
losing my
Get
fucking
it
words.
together, boy.
Lack of sleep, bro. It's lack of sleep.
Hey
Sleep.
man,
See, I even said a sleep instead of sleep.
the
Okay,
fuck, bro? Okay,
so
get it
I
together.
think it is great for the Buffalo's team to actually try to win the Super Bowl or try to win every playoff game for their fellow player. Oh my gosh, what's his fucking name? Damar
Mark Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Jesus
Thank you.
Christ.
I'm horrible with names.
I know
I'm
you
hard.
are.
But follow the next game, which is my fucking Giants.
I
I
don't know
was like,
what.
listen, if they lose, it's not disappointing. But if they win, I'll be fucking cheering for them, regardless. So my Giants fucking were losing, or they were losing. The first touchdown by Minnesota,
That
I
was
was like,
sick.
fuck,
Yep.
damn it.
Yep. I
Here we
know.
go. And then of course my Giants fucking turn it around by winning it for me. I
For the
appreciate it.
records, guys, all of a sudden they're his Giants. He wasn't found the whole season, but now they're his Giants again.
No, 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 no. They're my Giants. It's just
Uh-huh.
that I stopped following them so
Uh-huh.
deeply because I
Uh-huh.
was like, yo, we were like, for maybe 5 years, we were on a losing streak. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. But later on, people were saying, hey, have faith on Daniel Jones. He's going to be a good quarterback for you guys. He's in the development stages. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to have faith. And then they, when they traded Odell Beckham, I was like, oh no. And he was my favorite player too. But then we got Barkley, and I'm like, all right, I'm
And then
keeping
he tore his
Barkley.
ACL, and you're like, "Oh no,
I know, right? Shit.
oh no, no." And
So,
you know what? Listen, watching the game, and here's
mhm,
the thing, though: the Vikings this season, like after the Cowboys game, they got smacked. They were not the same, and then the Packers beat them. They were not the same. Coming into this game, I'm like, bro, I have a feeling, and they had a good record at home. They were 8-1. Now they're 8-2. They're
yeah.
eliminating from the playoffs. That's why I tell people, I don't care what your stats look like. I don't care what you look like in your record. I don't care if you're 13-3. That don't mean shit if you don't win anything. If you don't win when it matters, what is it going to mean? Anything at all. Everybody, I don't know what the Giants got themselves into, but they
Hmm.
play really good. They play. So now the Giants have to go to Philadelphia,
Yeah.
which I'm a little upset about that because I don't want to play the Niners. So whoever wins, I don't want to play the Niners right now. You know what I mean?
All right.
So before we
Well,
continue with that one, go to the Bengals game and the
yeah,
Baltimore
yeah. Let's
Ravens.
go to the Bengals in Baltimore. But Baltimore disappoint me. I thought the Baltimores were gonna have it, but I remember Lamar Jackson is injured, so I was
No,
like, crap.
but Huntley did good. All the backup quarterbacks did really good, dude. The
They
quarterback for
did.
the Miami Dolphins did really good.
Mm,
Huntley did really good. Look at that. Look at his stats. He didn't do bad. He 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, that's not a bad for a second out of Utah, the quarterback from Utah. That's why I like him.
what?
Yeah, Huntley's the quarterback for Utah.
Yo, Utah, yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was a
Okay,
quarterback
ladies
for
and gentlemen,
Utah. So he
I'm gonna
did.
go ahead. What I'm gonna do for you, not this episode, but following episodes, I'm gonna try to grab every Utah and BYU, basically all the college Utah players that is on the NFL, and see where they at.
My only favorite player for BYU that plays for football. One, and you're not a BYU fan.
Yeah.
Wagner for the linebacker for the 49ers.
Listen, I'm not a
That
BYU
motherfucker.
fan either, but
But he deserves my respect.
he's representing Utah because he's from BYU.
See, and that's why I said when Huntley came out, it came out of I think he's like this is his fourth
Mhm.
year in the NFL or so. He's doing good. So right now, the Ravens right now they have enough for Lamar Jackson a contract, so technically he's a free agent. Honestly, Huntley's a better quarterback to me. People's
Yeah,
like, you're talking nonsense. I'm sorry, I said a quarterback, not a running back. If you want a running
yeah,
back, get Lamar Jackson. That's your running back right there.
cool.
And then you guys got or is it Daniel Jones? He's a free agent too. So why don't you guys
Mm.
offer Lamar Jackson a contract and bring him to freaking big states? There you go.
Well, next,
Oh God,
six. Well, it says here at 6:15. So I don't know what your 6:30 is. You might miss a few information here and there.
probably they just
But
mentioned.
here at 6:15, either you can catch it, as you can see down below, you can catch it on ESPN, ABC, or ESPN Plus. You can catch that game at 6:15 p.m. And that is Mountain Standard Time. So who do you got? I think I said the Dallas Cowboys, right?
You did say the Cowboys?
I did. I think so.
Well, I
I will
did
have to
say.
go back and check that podcast,
um,
but I'm pretty sure I said the Dallas Cowboys
yeah. So
because I feel like Tom Brady is not here mentally.
okay, well let me break you down a stat that's gonna make you feel like okay, maybe I should have went with the Bucks.
Let's
The
go.
Cowboys have been they're 0-8 in the last past 8 times they've played on the road for the playoffs. They're 0-8, and Brady is 7-0 against the Cowboys.
Listen, man. I mean, I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna say the Dallas Cowboys just because I don't like Tom Brady that much either.
I don't like him neither, bro. But what can I do?
So
That motherfucker has a record against him.
I know, right? Hey, I respect that dude, but I don't like him. So, but
But whatever, bro.
without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite segment of the moment right now because I'm a huge UFC fighter fan. I'm a huge UFC fan, and for me, this guy is the reason why I fell in love with UFC, and he is back. Ladies and gentlemen, John Bones Jones is back. He actually has a fight coming up next here, and let me go ahead and look him up. But he hasn't been fighting since October 2018, and that for the MMA world is really big. And he is actually going for the belt right away. John Jones versus Severill Gain for the title belt set. So, for those who don't know, I'm going to go ahead and click on his name right here and show you. This guy right here, the French heavyweight, he's about to go against John Jones. And let's take a look at that pay-per-view. John Jones is 6'4". Right now, they got him 205, but I guarantee you he's not 205. If you have seen any of his latest pictures, any of his later social media, that dude is not 205. I guarantee it. But they haven't announced anything yet. They just have the pay-per-view. This fight will be on March 4th, 2023 on Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. Erwin, I know you're not a UFC fan, or maybe you're just a casual fan for UFC. What do you think about that?
So yeah, I'm not a big follower for UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I know the UFC, but I'm not as much as you know from the UFC. I do have my favorite fighters. I do miss some of these old fighters like GSP, the
Yo,
Iceman Chuck Liddell, those guys, they were the ticket. I'll watch the fights. I will watch the fights because I just don't really know much about him. But John Bones Jones, he's a monster,
yeah,
and
he
that
is.
guy he is lethal. But if the guy wins this stuff, dude, he hasn't fought in how long you said? 2 years?
Uh,
3 years?
2008.
2008?
Sorry, 2018.
Okay, how's it say? Oh, that's still a long time ago.
2018, ladies and gentlemen. My
That's
bad.
5 years. You know,
Yeah.
that's
So,
5 years. And so the fact of him not able to for him to actually come out and win, after you haven't fought somebody for so long, you haven't actually been on the octagon for so long. It's like a complete different story. But Bones is that dude is a monster, man. You cannot go wrong with that guy. That guy is incredible. Even though there's been a lot of things that have flipped around on a bad angle for him. If he wins, he has to be
mhm.
considered one of the greatest. I'm sorry. I don't care if you haven't fought for that long. You haven't fought somebody 5 years. That's a long time. The average fighter goes what 2, 3 fights a year, roughly.
Let me double check that information. I think I might have a misinformation here. Yes, I do. I apologize. It wasn't 2018. It's actually 2020
2020.
February.
That's still 3 years.
He fought against Dominic Reyes on a decision anonymous. He
He
won.
won.
Yeah, he won 20 UFC 247 on February 8th, 2020, and that was on
Damn.
Houston, Texas, defending the UFC light heavyweight belt. That was vacant a moment, and then he won it. And then on that same March, as I was reading here, he had a dispute with Dana White of about his pay. Right here, as I can read, if I can read. After a conflict with Dana White, UFC President Dana White over pay in May 2020, John Jones said he had vacant that UFC light heavyweight. So after 3 years since his last bout, John Jones is scheduled to face Cyril Gain for the vacant UFC heavyweight champion on March 4th, 2023.
Oh,
Which that would be
bacon.
it.
I thought you
Yeah,
said bacon. I'm like, what? My bad, dude. I was like, bacon.
yeah,
What
it's my accent, bro.
No, I was like,
Um, and the reason why is vacant,
sorry, bro. I thought you said
bacon,
bacon. I was like,
vacant,
what? There's a bacon.
vacant is because of Francis Ngannou has a contract dispute with the
Okay.
UFC about his pay. So he's currently a free agent as we speak right now.
Uh-huh.
He, but there's no. I'm sorry. I'm fearing. I have fear of fighting John Jones. None of that. He's willing to fight him any day, anytime.
Damn.
So,
Yeah, Rafa, before we continue, is there anything we have any comments out there?
oh yes, yes, yes. We got Angel right now saying, "Let's go, Tom Brady."
Of
He's a
course. He's a
he's a
he's a
Tom
Brady
Brady
fan.
fan.
He's a Patriots fan. Go to sleep, bro. Go to
It's
sleep, bro. Just shut up.
it's
Dude, I
okay.
already warned these guys, dude. I already warned them. I'm like, after 6 o'clock, there's a
Hey,
couple people that
I say like for you, Erwin, you should take a shot every time your quarterback makes an interception, and Angel should take a shot every time Tom Brady messes
Oh
up.
shit,
What's up,
Frank, you
Alaric?
scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Dude,
What up,
I
dude?
didn't even see him behind me, dude. What's up, Alaric? Dude, you wanna say hi? Come say hi to the camera. Come on. Dude, come dude, I just
He's.
seen a little boy sitting behind me like what the
I saw the head. I'm like, oh, that's Alaric. It's not like it's a ghost.
No, the thing is I didn't hear the door. You little shit. You scared me.
Shit. But anyways,
Oh, anyways, sorry.
ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm wearing this jersey is to represent right here. Represent my junior de Barranquilla. Ladies and gentlemen, Juan Quintero has signed with Junior of Barranquilla. Now, that means we already have Carlos Baca. We already have Quintero. We have other players, really good players. I think this is our chance to win the Copa Libertadores or Copa Sudamericana. Uh, Juan Quintero is the type of player. He's a playmaker. He looking for open spaces. He opens up the field a lot more and can give you those passes. And definitely, if you guys remember 2018 World Cup, he was the one who scored a free kick goal underneath the bar to go ahead and go for the goal. Now, unfortunately, my comrade over here doesn't know shit about fucking Colombian soccer. So it would just be a segment that I have to mention here.
I'm not
But Erwin,
familiar with the guy actually, to be honest. I had to ask
I
him who
know
he was. So I don't know.
exactly.
I don't know who the parcero is.
No, Juan Fernando Quintero. Let me go ahead and show you guys right here. This is the guy. He used to play for River Plate right now, and now he's playing for Junior. Now this guy, he's really good. He used to play. He started Envigado, then Atlético Nacional, Pescara, Porto, and so on. As you guys can read it. Now he's with Atlético the Junior. He decided to sign with the Junior. Contract is not disclosed. Is he just decided to have the family close to home, especially here in Colombia, or not here in Colombia, but there in Colombia. I just say here, like I live in Colombia. But as of January 13th, the club had reached an agreement with the player pending medical exams, which the player passed the next day. The player had come as a free agent with a contract for 1 year, and the player was presented January 15th to 40,000 people celebrating his arrival. Now, I'm excited for this. Like I said, He already won a Copa Libertadores with River Plate. I'm excited what he can bring for the junior and see what kind of mentality he can bring into our team and see if we can win Copa Libertadores. For those who don't know, Copa Libertadores is literally the biggest cup you can win in South America, and then the Copa Suramericana is the second largest cup that we can win. That's where all the clubs within South America, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Venezuela, you name it, all of them, they get together into this tournament and try to see who's the best of South America. Hopefully, Junior can win it. We, as a Junior, hasn't won any international cups. Hopefully, this will be the one year that we can win it. We put in a lot of faith on Juan Quintero, so hopefully he stays healthy. Hopefully he doesn't gain weight and doesn't start playing lazy with us. So that for me is it. But do you want to add something?
No,
Just not even
I
a good
mean,
luck.
just wish him the best. But
Appreciate it.
My team in Colombia is America de Cali. So sorry, bro.
The disappointment. The disappointment. You see
America
what I
de
have to deal
Cali.
with, people? You see what I have to deal with? This guy over here. This guy. Fucking America de Cali. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Come on,
America
bro.
de Cali is the team I like, bro. I like watching that team, and
It's
then
all
I
good.
like or Millonarios.
It's all good, bro. We forgive you. You know, it's all good. But anyways, we got to talk about this jersey right here, cause RSL just signed Carlos Andres Gomez, which is a Colombian player from uh, Millonarios, and we are very excited for him to bring up whatever he can with Real Salt Lake. I mean, right now Real Salt Lake has been on we've been making the playoff here and there, but it's not something that we're like, oh my gosh, excited about. Now, I feel that one second, I'm having technical difficulties, motherfucker. Son of a bitch. I feel like I can't type for shit. But I feel that we live in Utah, where where we hardly hear anything about RSL. Or Erwin, what is your intake on RSL news? Do you get them a lot? Do you even follow the team? Or
Uh, I do follow the team. I
Mhm.
mean, they are the only franchise team that has actually won something in the state of Utah within the first, I believe, was the first 3 years when they got into the business and stuff. And I actually just kind of reading what I was waiting for you. I was trying to read about the Colombian soccer player. Did
Yep.
he play for Millonarios?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. He said
I
his
got
name's.
the transfer market website here.
Uh huh.
Here's his information. He joined in 2021
Uh huh.
and the contract expired in 2025, but he was transferred. Millonarios still owns 30% of his contract. So if Real Salt Lake decides to sell him to somewhere in Europe or somewhere else, Millonarios get a 30% of the sales.
Yeah.
So as you can see
So
here, he's a right winger. And his value just increased really high to a 2.5 million. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. Like I said, I'm not a like. I think the RSL, the just the time that they're actually showing themselves they can do a lot of things to make improvements, to make them better, to compete and to be able to be competitive. I feel like they have proven that.
Mm,
And just the fact that you're able to bring new younger talent to be able to come into the football field and the MLS. And you know
Yep.
how I feel about the MLS. I'm not a big fan of the MLS, but I feel like it
Yeah.
is the big thing now. Starting little by little, I feel like they're bringing like all the European experienced players out here to be able to come out and play. And okay, let's see this. But in my personal opinion, and no disrespect to nobody, no disrespect to anything like that, I feel like some of these
Respectfully.
players, yeah, respectfully,
Come on, man.
I
It's a
just want to.
part of your name.
I know. I just don't feel like in my case, the way that I see it is like okay, the MLS to me is it's a very I don't consider a very competitive league. And for me to be bringing players at that young age, I feel like they don't get to develop a lot of this stuff. Like for him, I think he's a good player.
Mhm.
I think he stayed. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he was in
This guy.
la U20, Carlos Andrés Gómez, en la U20 Colombia. And I
Mhm.
like players like this to be developed to be able to be better and go to like Europe to play soccer. I think that young age to me is a big problem to bring him to the MLS because the MLS still has none of those levels at all. You know, they don't have the levels of anything based on that. So, but
Mhm.
that's good for him because now
Yeah.
since he's out here, I think his name's gonna be brought up to him. But let the man play. Don't just keep him in the bench. Like if Real Salt
Agree.
Lake's gonna bring players in, you're bringing young talented players. Put him in, let him play, let him develop himself. Because if you're gonna
Mhm.
bench him, what the fuck is the point of that? You get what I'm saying? Like that's my
Definitely.
thing. So I just think that like if you make that happen and you make that option for yourself as a player, you're how old is
Mhm.
he? 20? 20
He's
years old,
20.
right?
Yep. He's
He's
very
young,
young.
bro.
Yeah.
He's hella young. You know what I'm saying? Develop the player, show him what's good, let him play, let him continue to develop. He's only 20 years old.
Mhm.
Let him go out. Let him go ball up. Let him go to Europe. Take him somewhere else, like como Cuadrado. Bro, ese hombre jugó increíble. He still
Yeah.
does. You know? El que se apagó muy feo fue el Jaime Rodríguez.
Well, James Rodríguez apagó porque estaba
En la boat.
lesionado, se pasaba lesionado. I know we just
And
switched
that
to
was my
Spanish.
I'm
Hablando con
sorry.
Rafael.
Araco Rafael. Perdón, parcero.
No, 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 hay que hablar, hay que.
No,
No,
and it's
but
just like I said, you know how I feel like Colombian players, bro. Jaime
yeah,
Rodriguez is one of my favorite, and I hated the fact when he left Madrid, bro. It devastated me because for
bro,
some reason, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Ugh,
that's a different topic to talk about James
I know.
Rodriguez because I have a big fuck you to Rafa Benitez
Oh
because
yeah,
he's the one who fucked James Rodriguez's career.
and Zidane. También Zidane.
Zidane, no, I feel like Zidane, he could have learned more from Zidane, but I feel like Zidane's mentality is more like, yo, I need you to come as an elite player. I don't need to develop you right now, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
And the problem is that from Rafa Benitez to Zidane, he,
Pendejo.
dude, yeah, it's a different subject. But for right now, Carlos Andres Gomez, he's a is an attack winger. I agree with you. I think that I'm gonna I'm gonna take a quick segment here. I think for Real Salt Lake, biggest challenge is that you have LA, you have Miami, and you have New York, the biggest competitors market to compete because they always bring talent like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Gareth Bell. I mean, there's rumors of bringing Messi to Miami, Higuain to Miami, and David Villa back in the early 2000s, or sorry, early 2010s. Bringing it to New York. And so to bring some big talent like that to Real Salt Lake or anywhere in the middle of United States that
Peace
doesn't
out.
Sorry,
that
dude.
peace out, dude.
Sorry,
That
guys. I like want to say bye. Sorry, dude.
fuck
My
cuts,
bad. My
cuts,
bad, bro. I don't know.
cuts
He just jumped.
for real, man.
Sorry. I thought you were
Nah,
mute.
it's all good. It's all good.
All right, bro. Go ahead, bro.
But
Sorry.
but back to my point, Real Salt Lake is in the market of bring young talent. This is the great example. You got to bring young talents and develop them as much as possible, and try to export them because export them to Europe. Because my reason is, and I talked about it on the Monty Show. Go ahead and follow the Monty Show right now on YouTube or Spotify. You can catch them anytime as Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. But this is what the point I bring. The reason why RSL or any MLS teams is not as competitive because they don't have competition besides the Mexican league. And that's a problem. If you go to South America, you have Brazilian league, you have Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia. Basically, out of 10 countries, the top 8 are competitive leagues. And then they go to Copa Libertadores and Sudamericana. Now, the Champions League or CONCACAF, once you get to the finals, you're either going to see the Mexican League clubs or you're going to see USA clubs. And you hardly see anything else. So there's no competition here for the USA to develop that kind of skills to bring to USA. So it's going to be a hard road to bring up those type of soccer players. Excuse me. But we have the potential. That's not after said all that said, USA has the biggest potential to have a minimum of 50 teams so that way you guys can create that kind of challenge, that kind of potential to the USA. And yeah, that for me is like the biggest thing that MLS needs to bring. Develop the talent from the ground up. See, bring the youth. If anything, bring the under 20 players, USA players, and take them to Europe. Have them play there, and you can actually see what kind of styles they have, or bring it to South America. I'm sure there's Argentina teams, Brazilian teams, and Colombian teams that you can bring your American players and play there, and you're gonna see the type of different playing style. Don't just be stuck with the European style. Also, South America. Remember who won the last World Cup? Argentina. So, best way to develop is bring your players out to Argentina or South America, Europe, even Africa too. Go ahead, bro.
I do agree with you what you said right there too. I feel like the MLS itself is not competitive, and it's going to be a while for them to be competitive. I think anything in general for even I feel like the Mexican League right now, what the biggest thing where Mexican League needs to do, and I
Mm-hmm.
think the MLS needs to do is find a way to convert themselves to get invited to los Libertadores. That's like the biggest challenge because the only Mexican team that ever got close to making to the win in
Mm-hmm.
Libertadores was two teams, was Cruz Azul y America, and they never actually won anything there. And then MLS, it does really have only one competitive thing. The MLS only has the Mexican Soccer League, which they have taken their time to actually become a development team to learn. It's taking
Mm-hmm.
time. I feel like this coming up years, the last 10 years, the Mexican League has improved competitively because they're actually playing against European teams now.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, they played America play against Real Madrid. And I was like, who am I going to cheer for? America or Real Madrid? Who am I going to cheer for? I like
Yeah.
both of those teams, like those are both of my teams. America lost to Real Madrid 2-1, but it was a good match.
Yeah.
I just think the fact of you bringing talented players, the best thing it will be for MLS and La Liga Mexicana to try to go back into Libertadores to go to
Mm-hmm.
South America and get invited. I do agree with that. I feel like
Yeah.
that's why I feel like this year Copa America was it next year or this year? Next year Copa America
20,
4,
2024. 2024.
24 or next year? Yeah,
I will double check.
yeah. Just double check, but I think it's 20. I think it's next year. And if I'm correct, it's going to be here in the United States, and all the teams have been invited for them to come out and actually play. So we can't compare the league to be competitive right now because, dude, there's just no way, you know.
Um, listen, I think that yeah, the thing is that the CONMEBOL doesn't want to have their clubs go to CONMEBOL because that will lose money for the CONCACAF, and so I think they should do a joint tournament. Don't call it a Champions League or anything like that. Call it, if anything, call it what's it called? Just a joint Copa America club or something,
Yeah.
where you have clubs from. And let me go ahead and share my screen here. You can have the.
What
This
is
is
that?
not updated.
No, what is? Yeah, I was gonna say, what is that?
This is not updated at
Is
all.
that
Copa
the Copa
America.
America?
Yeah, Copa America.
Uh, damn.
But this
Brazil
is
has the most. I
for.
mean, Argentina has the most.
Yeah, Argentina apparently has the most right now, but they're missing
What
the
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 hell?
recent one that they just won.
Did they have USA?
Yeah,
They won
USA.
one. When 2016?
Oh, this is the host. This is the host.
Oh, oh, I was
This
gonna say no
times host.
way.
No,
Okay,
USA, no.
I was like, bro, there's
Hey,
no
you know,
way.
surprises. Here's a fact for you. You know what the uh was USA record on the World Cup? What do
Mm,
you think it is?
the record overall? in
Yeah,
the World
like
Cup?
what's the furthest they have made it?
I think they made it to the cuartos, no? Cuartos de final, tercer lugar.
Third place, but that was in 1930. The first World Cup, USA made a third place.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, listen, they are for me. USA lost their potential because they could have made it further if they would have invested more into the World Cup. Now is Brazil 2021. Here it is. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, forget to point. So the winner, of course, of Copa America 2021 was Argentina. This is what we were confused for a second. We were like, oh shit. And
Yeah.
then I was like, wait, this is hosting. This is hosting. So right now, the Copa America has been expected to be hosted by Ecuador due to CONMEBOL's host rotation order. However, CONMEBOL President Alejandro Dominguez said Ecuador had been nominated but not yet chosen to organize the cup. What the fuck? In November 2022, the country declined to host the tournament. Peru and United States have both expressed interest in organizing the tournament. Yo, that is complicated because 2024 is like next year. So they literally have 1 year to like if they
So it
need
still
any
hasn't been a
repairs.
resolution for it then. They still don't have an actual location. It's either
No, they
between
don't.
Peru and United States.
Peru and United States
So if
are
it goes,
currently.
here's the thing though, if it goes to Peru,
Hmm.
so here's the way I see it. And I'm sorry, Peru, but no one really knows who you are. Correct. Sorry about that. Just say it like that. But
Ouch.
the World Cup's gonna be 2024 here, in the United States. Why not the Copa America in the United States as well? Mine as well. And then you got special invitations of two
Copa
additional
America?
yeah, Copa America in United States and by United States, Mexico and Canada.
Well,
Why
yeah, that's
not?
the point.
That's
If
what I'm saying. Just
if
do it
the
that
Copa
way.
America happens in United States, they will be invited to play.
And then after that, instead of debating between Peru and the United States, after the World Cup, then put in Peru.
So
Take it to
here's
Peru.
of course, we're gonna have the 10 teams from CONMEBOL. The following CONMEBOL members are rumored to be invited guest teams for this edition. So it will be Belize, Canada, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Guyana. I don't understand why French Guyana and Guyana are not the part of the in Suriname. Why they're not? They're in South America. Why are they not part of the fucking CONMEBOL? I don't understand.
They're not really part of. No, they're not because they're actually right in between the Guyana is between the Amazon and Brazil, but it's still connected, kind of like in between.
The
And then
Amazon is in Brazil, bro.
I know, but it's not exactly. It's not. How can I put it? It's kind of like an
It's
island.
between Venezuela and Brazil.
Is it right in between or right above Brazil?
I'll show you. Oh, damn it. Click the wrong shit.
Why you
Maps.
take? Were you taking me to the space or what, bro?
Yeah, we're gonna go around the globe and show you
A ver, muestra, huevón,
right
muestra.
here. Those three:
Wait,
Guyana,
what the fuck?
French Guiana, and Suriname. They're right
And how
next to
come it's not
Brazil
considered
and
South America?
Venezuela.
Yeah, how come they're considered in the South?
And for me to be considered as CONCACAF instead of CONMEBOL is weird. Like there is rumors that Panama might join the CONMEBOL, and I'm like, yo, we have three other teams out there. Like they ain't shit. Let's get this straight. They ain't shit. But we can take Panama, Trinidad, and a few other islands in there.
Dude, I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know it was that far down. I thought it was right on top of
Nah,
Brazil.
nah, dude.
I
The
wait.
only thing that I found interesting during school time it was fucking geography.
Geography. Ah,
So,
perro.
but also from Asia, apparently Japan, Australia, and Qatar are also interested in being a guest. So that would be a big ass Copa America if everybody get invited.
Fuck, Japan, the way they play the World Cup. Why not? Bring
Oh,
them on
bro,
board, bro. Fuck yeah.
you
Shit.
imagine if I mean, obviously we're off subject right now,
Way out of subject,
way
sir.
out of subject. But imagine if Japan or USA or Mexico wins the fucking Copa America, something that is South American, and you guys win it.
So here's the thing. I'm not gonna talk shit and I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it
Mhm.
because I have a lot of friends and I'm sorry to say this. And if the shoe fits, fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're ignorant as fuck because they talk a lot of shit.
Hmm.
Yes, I think eventually the whole CONCACAF and CONMEBOL thing should be figure some fucking shit out, put them together so they can everybody can shut the fuck up and stop making excuses.
Yeah.
Seriously. But my don't mind my language, guys. Sorry, but
Man, it's a podcast. We say the fucking F word if we want
no,
the fuck want
but
to.
but here's the thing though, like
Hmm.
I think in general, and I said it before, as a Mexican myself, I feel like the Mexican soccer team it develops has a bunch of young talents. I've been actually looking, and I know it's completely other subject, but the
Hmm.
next World Cup, I've been seeing a lot of players that they're developing as a young age players. They're developing as a young future of a team, you know?
Hmm.
Like there's this French soccer player named Gignac. He's from France and his son was born in Mexico. And he's saying the Mexico will win the World Cup in 2033. I'm like, damn, bro, why? Because his son is gonna be developed. What I'm saying is this: it doesn't matter who your kid or who your dad is or anything like that. I feel like the difference between South American teams and Mexico is Mexico picks the players that have the money, the people that have, oh, my son's such a great football player. I'll pay you money to put him in there. It shouldn't
Hmm.
be that way. Look at all the Brazilian players. Vinicius came out of nowhere. Neymar came out of nowhere. All these good players came out of nothing.
Yeah.
Talented players, you know. And this is the thing. Like, regardless, is there's no excuse, and especially this World Cup coming up. Mexico, Canada, USA, you guys are invited. Now that means it opens room from Conmebol. There's some teams that always hear excuses: Venezuela, Bolivia, Peru, and I'm not gonna put Colombia up there because Colombia, dude, they just had a shitty moment, and that's unusual
We
for them.
had bad coaches.
Yeah, so
Two
it's
bad
I can't
coaches.
put that, but I'm putting those teams at the lower end of the Conmebol. You know,
You know what sucks about that though is that we literally wasted almost 8 years
dude,
because
no
between
kidding.
2018 all the way to 2024, that's 8 years. That's wasted. And I feel
Yeah,
like now that we have a good head coach, I feel like I have a lot of faith in the new head coach of Colombia. I just feel like it kind of sucked that we lost that time, but I think it's time to. I think it was time to like get a refresh because, like you said, James got injured, and I feel like he has like a chronic injury, which is it just happened to come back every other time. I feel like it's not gonna be fully healed, so we're gonna lose that. Falcao, he's retired, bro.
well,
Like
yeah,
it sucks.
he's
Cuadrado, who he will
oh
be
man,
retired.
that dude was a beast.
Ospina will be retired. Like literally, almost like 50% of the Colombian team that play in 2014 retired. No, sorry, not 50, 90% of everybody on the 2014 World Cup retired by now, and it sucks. But the good thing is we have a future. We have Luis Diaz. Hopefully this kid who's joining RSL, um, Carlos Andres Gomez. We literally just talked
Oh,
that he signed
okay. I
up
was
with.
like, wait, who? I like you got me thinking like,
Listen,
what?
Carlos Andres Gomez, he will be playing Juan Cuadrado's area. He will be an attack winger. So hopefully in 2 to 3 years, he can be developed really well where he can play that. He can replace Cuadrado's
How old is James
position.
Rodriguez, bro?
James, he's 30.
See, no mames. Already?
He's young,
No way, yeah, no. That's not young
bro.
no more. No, I'm sorry, bro.
Listen,
But
for
soccer
him,
players, for
no,
no,
he's not young,
no.
but he's playing very well. I think he's 31.
Yeah,
I'm
wait, throw the flag. Yeah, you're done. Just kidding.
no,
No,
dude.
but
What do
like,
you mean throw the
here's the
flag?
thing though. Like,
He's
it's like,
31.
okay, I don't know if you knew this, but you remember La Sub-17, Sub-17 of the World Cup when it was in Peru in 2007. Remember that? He's 31. He just turned 31.
Yeah, he's young.
So you remember the Sub-17 and World Cup in Peru? You remember that? When Neymar was barely coming out, Neymar was in that World Cup team with Brazil. Mexico, Brazil was the finals.
Hmm.
You remember that at all? Okay.
Not at all.
You don't
But go
remember.
ahead. Continue.
So
Continue.
this is where everything started. Ochoa, Carlos Vela, todo Chicharito wasn't even involved with that. So
Hmm.
everybody's like, holy shit, if this is the future of
Yeah.
Mexico, watch out. Watch out. Bro. The
Yeah,
fucked up
but
part is this.
didn't
Every
Ochoa came to the United States or something? He won
No,
a
Ochoa didn't come to the United States. He went to America. He played for America. He started his career with America. He was the youngest player to actually
Mhm.
win a championship. He was 17 years old when he won his first title
But
with
he
Madrid.
was talking about that he wants to play for the World Cup 2026.
I'm cool
So
with that.
and he signed up for a team. I forgot what it was.
He's in Italy. He went
Thank
to
you.
Italy. Yeah, he
Second
went to
division, right?
I believe so, second
Yeah,
division.
second conference. Yeah.
And then I was so thrown off about some of these soccer players, bro. Cavani, you see where he plays now? Where do you think
Cavani,
he's playing?
Cavani. Why
Where do you
is that
think he's
name sounds
playing?
familiar? I can't remember
The
his.
Uruguayan, Cavani.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He's playing
Guess where
for
he's playing?
Valencia.
Dude, I didn't even know when I was watching that last
Oh
week on
yeah,
Tuesday. And for the records, Real Madrid lost against
Valencia.
Barcelona. No,
Oh,
Barcelona
Barcelona. Yeah, sorry.
3-1. So
For
fuck
the
you,
Copa del
Barcelona.
Rey. You see, we have so much content to talk about,
I
dude,
know.
and
So
we barely have 5 minutes left on this episode.
I know. And then what's it called?
Yeah,
uh
so
dude, I didn't know that Cavani played for Valencia. I didn't know that Buffon was still playing.
oh, Buffon plays for Parma.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought he retired. And apparently, what else? What's the other one? Ibrahimovic still playing in AC Milan, right?
Yeah, he's injured though.
Just still though. And then Erwin the Paz still playing Madden over here, you know. Just
And this is why I say, like, I don't think 31 is old. I honestly think that 31 is young for James. And so if he just like fully recovers whatever injury he has, he fully recovers. I think he's actually fully recovered because he's playing for the Olympiaco or whatever the name of the team. I'm telling you, I'm
Olympiacos.
horrible with names.
Olympiacos,
De Grecia,
sí, sí, sí.
right here, this team,
Yeah, Olympiacos de Grecia, sí.
Olympiacos. So hopefully he he needs to resign. I think he's gonna resign with that team. But who knows? I feel like if a team from Italy can actually sign him up, he will officially be one of the unique players that play for top elite teams and actually give their all.
Who's this that we're talking about?
James.
James? Still Wait, James, I thought James in Bayern.
No, that was a picture of the latest picture that Wikipedia has is from Bayern.
So where's he at right now? Olympiacos? He got loan?
Olympiacos. No,
Uh,
he signed. So
eh,
he went from here. Let me show you.
sorry, I
For
just
the
can't.
20, no,
There
that's
you go.
okay.
That's better.
So for the 2014, he signed up before the 2014 when they were trying to qualify for the World Cup.
Uh-huh.
He was on dispute with Everton because Everton signed up Rafa Benitez. This is exactly the fucking shit I fucking hate about Rafa Benitez. He fucking sucks as a head coach. He should never be head coaching ever again. He literally fucked up James Rodriguez's career because when he was in Madrid, Rafa Benitez was there and he didn't like him. So what he did, he went on a loan for Bayern Munich. Then fucking Zidane came. I'm sorry, Zidane came, sent him on a loan for Bayern Munich for 2 years. Then he didn't want to. He wasn't getting any minutes with Real Madrid, so he was like, "Fuck it." So Real Madrid
To
sold him to Everton. That's where Carlos Ancelotti was.
No, I thought it was to Bayern. They loaned him to Bayern.
They loaned him to Bayern. It's
Uh-huh.
right here. They loaned him to Bayern,
Oh, there
and
it
he
is.
came
Okay.
back to Real Madrid, and he was like, "Fuck it, they're not gonna give him minutes." So he got sold to Everton, and from Everton, Carlos Ancelotti played 1 year, which it was excellent. I feel like they were
Carlos
getting
Ancelotti.
the hang of
Yeah.
it, but Real Madrid was like, "Hey, come back." And you cannot say no to Real Madrid if they
Fuck no.
want you
Who?
back.
I agree with you.
And
There is
so,
Listen, regardless of what it is, bro.
yeah,
Regardless of what it is, you're a professional athlete. Like, and we're
in,
talking about this too. I don't
mhm,
like Barcelona, but Barcelona say, when you gonna come and play with us?" I'm like, fuck. I guess. Like I wouldn't
yeah.
want to, but you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, yeah. And so then he left for Real Madrid, and guess who they call back? Rafa Benitez.
See,
And Rafa Benitez almost put this team on regulation.
to this team fucking was ass. I remember that shit.
Yeah, that team was ass.
Dude,
So
it
they
was
have to
bad.
sell fucking James because he was a big contract. So that he left to Qatar, this Qatar team, Al Rayal, because he was like, "Fuck it, I want to play for the World Cup in 2024, as long as we qualify. So why fucking leave?" So he decided to get adjusted to the environment and all that stuff. That's why he played there. But once he realized that they weren't going to qualify, he was like, "Fuck it, I don't want to play here anymore. There's no point to play here." So it was hard at that time. It was really hard to for him to get a contract from anybody else because they were moving on from him. He had a lot of injuries. So Olympiaco finally was like, "Fuck it, let me give him a chance." And he's playing really well there. He's actually proving himself. And the way he's playing like Kobe Bryant after the court case he had.
Ah, perro, come down. He's been watching film or what?
No, dude, I'm just saying. He's playing like his life depended on it. You know what I mean? He's playing with like no offense to Olympiaco, but he's playing with the team that can barely qualify to the Champions League. But and so he wants that Champions League kind of challenge. So it will be hard, man. Anyways,
I don't know, bro. Sorry, before you say anything, I just look, listen, hands down, James Rodriguez, I think he's a badass player. I like
me
James
too.
Rodriguez. I
Yep.
respect the dude.
Yes,
I didn't like how Madrid treated him at the end, Benitez. And I think that
agree.
Benitez, he can go, forget that guy, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go that poor, but I'm sorry. I feel like, and don't hold me against this, but I think Zinedine Zidane has something también con Latinos. I don't know what it is with the Latinos players.
Yes, I
Something
do
gives me
too.
that vibe, bro. The Brazilian players is one thing, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
colombianos o otro y esto y lo otro, like fortunately Chicharito didn't play with him or he
Mhm.
wasn't coached by him and he did really good when Chicharito was around.
Yeah,
And I think the fact is that sorry, I just kind of want to put some lighting on real quick.
yeah, bro. You're like hella
I know I'm
dark.
getting darker. Um I just kind of want to make sure that like I feel like James Rodriguez was a potential player. I feel like
Mhm.
he had a good potential with Madrid. I
Yeah,
wanted to keep him with Madrid and everything. Unfortunately, James is like, fuck this. I don't want to stay here. I want to develop to play. And
yeah,
dude, I wish he plays, and I wish Colombia makes it to the World Cup. There shouldn't be no fucking problem this time making a
yeah.
World Cup because
I,
Argentina doesn't have to qualify. So
I mean, it should be easier to qualify for the CONMEBOL this year.
yeah,
Hopefully we do qualify. Hopefully they fucking change the group stages because I swear to God, it makes no fucking sense. But that will be a topic for next time.
yep.
Um, Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to talk about are you still on track on your resolution goals?
Make
Because
it quick. Make it quick.
43% of
5 minutes,
people
bro.
actually quit by February. So if you're still on track, good for you. If you're not, get back on it. Maybe this is a fucking message to you to get back on track and don't lose hope on your if you like right now. I've been working out every fucking day. And for some reason, I'm gaining weight. Why? Because the type of workouts that I'm doing are gaining more muscle weight. So unfortunately, I'm gaining weight. So this is what people are starting to see like, oh shit, I need to give up. This is bullshit. But don't give up because technically, when you work out, you're going to gain muscle weight, not fat weight. So let's go ahead and continue. Make sure we don't quit. Keep that shit up. Let's fuck this statistics of 43%. Let's make it 0% of people quitting by February. Let's fucking quit in March on my birthday.
But it's crazy you say that. And just really quick,
Mhm.
I do feel like at the first 2 weeks is always the toughest part for somebody to continue do their goals, the new goals resolution for the new years.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whatever your goal is, and everything you prefer to do, just do what you got to do. It is hard to give up on your goals. It's not easy. You're barely about to be pushing the third week. I
Hmm.
believe the third week of the new year. Uh, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you want something accomplished, you want something done, you want to make sure everything is whatever you prefer doing or make it easier for you. It's just
Yeah.
like a routine, and I'm not saying it's easy, but if you
Mm-mm.
do give up one day, don't give up because you already started 2 weeks in. One day is not
Yeah.
going to kill you. Just get back into it, whatever it is. So just stay
Definitely.
focused. So don't give up. Keep going. Keep going.
And what I have to say is don't give up. Just take it day by day. Just if you're feeling exhausted, if you feel like you push yourself too hard, just take some sort of stretch workout. Just stretch it out. That considers as a workout because when you stretch and you allow your body to recover, you can continue. And that's just on the fitness area. I'm not talking about if you're starting a new business, if that was your goal for New Year's. And fuck it, you don't have to start on New Year's. You can start right now. If you didn't fucking start it on January 1st, start right fucking now.
Might as
If you're
well.
listening to this podcast, you can start right fucking now. Never give up. You got to continue accomplishing your goals. Don't wait until Monday. Don't wait until Tuesday. Don't wait until anything. Start right now. Do the research. Anything you want to do. Look at me. I can go ahead into this website, type in how to start a fucking business. I'm going to do it right now. How to start look, I already pulled up. How to start an LLC. How to start a business. How to start a conclusion. How to start a fucking podcast. How to start a story. How to start a blog. Right there. You can fucking type it in, click it, and it will give you all the fucking results right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't give up. Recoup, reorganize yourself, write it down, and start over. Every day is a new day. Every time you sleep, it's your reset button. And go ahead and restart. So, I think that's a good conclusion for the podcast. A little inspiration at the end, making sure that
so
people continue
serious.
their.
My boy over here is so serious.
It's the steroids. I mean, just kidding.
No, but like
No,
you
no.
said, it's just
Yeah.
it's just I feel like people lose track and focus. Sometimes you do have to kind of like I just want to say that too. You got to kind of keep
Yeah,
yourself in your distance and kind of disappear for a little bit. People ask
definitely.
questions. People be asking you, be telling you stuff like, "Hey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Like, why you disappear
Fuck
from
it.
everything?"
If
It's just
people ask you, what are you doing this? You don't have to answer to them. You have to answer to yourself.
you
You
don't
don't
have to
have.
answer it.
No, you don't have
You
to
don't
answer
have
to
to answer it,
anybody.
and you don't have to answer it. You just kind of start to realize, start thinking a little bit different from
Shit, that dude it
that
keeps
didn't work
popping up
this
like
time,
that,
Alaric.
dude.
This
He's
time it
like,
didn't work. But no, it's just the whole fact that just continue to do what you have to do, and it's
yep.
little by little things are going to be done. Something you're going to do correctly. Something's going to have come in your life, and just you start seeing things,
Mhm,
putting the puzzles together. So what matters
definitely.
is that you're doing it little by little.
Of
It
course.
happens. So just don't give up. Do what you got to do. Continue to do what you got to do. As you guys can tell, my booger back here is already annoying and probably bugging me, and about things. But whatever it is, just do what you got to do, and
Definitely.
it's on you. Whatever it is, at the end of the day, the disappointment is not going to be what's people around you. You're the only one that's going to be disappointed with yourself. So keep in mind, you're your only disappointment, and I'm talking about all y'all. If you're watching the video, so stay focused. Rafa and I here. We like to hear from you. If you have any stories you want to share with us, fuck it, bring them on board. Perfect. We want to hear this. If you don't want to be who it is or want to, keep anonymous, let's do it. But I think it's a good topic to leave it at.
Yep.
Rafa, let's
I
go
think
to
we can bring it back on the next episode
yeah.
and go from there. For right now, let's hopefully Cowboys wins.
I hope so too.
Uh,
Ya tengo la vela prendida y todo, güey. Ya está
la
vendida.
verga.
Mi sandak.
Give your outro, bro.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys again next time. Hopefully, my Cowboys win. Because if they don't, I don't want to see the, I don't want to hear you guys tomorrow dealing with this stuff. But if anything is up to you guys want to make any change in your life, and you guys want to share, feel free to reach out to us. You want to keep anonymous, that's fine. Let us know. We like to kind of tell your story. If so, other than that, hit the like button, share this video, and follow our pages or social medias are right below. We got our IG and our Twitter. But other than that, have a good night. We'll see you next time.
And thank you so much for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world. You choose to be here. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button, comment down below, and share with your friends and families, and let us know what you think. Until next time, thank you so much. Erwin, peace.
Peace.